Hey guys, what is up? Tylen back here with another video, and before we get started, thank you all so much for your support. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, share, and let's get right into it. So today I'm going to be reviewing what I believe are underrated games. These games may have popularity already, at least a little bit, but I still think they're underrated. So just because they might be rated good doesn't mean that I think they are rated enough, if that makes sense. So to begin here, we have this game called Gods of Glory. So essentially what you do in this game is you get different powers and you just you destroy crap, right? You can go over here, you can punt these little guys. And you can electrocute the crap out of them. You get a bunch of different powers. You can upgrade your character and make him taller with more HP. You can upgrade all these different abilities that you get. You actually get good and evil abilities. The game has a lot of variety to it. You can travel to a bunch of different worlds, and you make your way through these different landscapes as you work your way to the underworld. And there are rebirths too, so there are like different levels such as deity and god and stuff like that. It's a very nice made game. It looks very shallow surface level, but it is quite fun. And yeah, I fully recommend. I mean, if you're wanting to kill some time, it's a perfectly viable option. It's a lot of fun. If you're in between classes, you got nothing to do right now, play this game. I mean, you know. Now, I'm going to give a more in-depth perspective on this game. So, if all you cared for was that quick summary, then please go to this time display on the screen for the summary of the next game in this list. Okay, so to start out with, you start out and you have essentially nothing. So, here you have the shop where you can buy upgrades. So, there are evil powers. So, you have Fireball, along with all of its upgrades. They're all different colors and they cost different amounts of mana. Mana is what you earn for destroying things or healing things. And that allows you to buy these upgrades along with minions, which I'll get to in a second. So you have Fireball, Meteor, Freeze, Tornado, Lightning, Cloak, and Beam. And all of them have a ton of upgrades in a variety of colors. And yeah, so then you have the good powers, which are Rain, Heal, Grow, and Shield. And these as well have different varieties. However, it's not as many, and I'm sure you can tell why. It's because more people like to play the evil route, obviously. Then you have size. So essentially, your size determines not only, your height and your width, but how much HP you have. So you start out size 1 plus 100 health, and you work your way all the way down to here, which is size level 27 plus 680 million HP. I am currently size 7. Then you have rebirths. So you have Deity, Immortal, Deathless, Eternal, Undying, Olympian, Divinity, Daemon, Celestial, Omniscient, Mythos, Titan, Arcanos, Eretroika, Naxosus, Tyrepos, and Dominus. These counters at the bottom, actually until a second ago, it just clicked. These counters, I for some reason I thought that these counters meant that's how many rebirths you had to get this next level. No, that's your multiplier. I'm guessing that's your multiplier for mana because 1.5 rebirths doesn't make sense. So that just clicked with me. Next we have the minions. So essentially this part of the game makes it seem like all those different, not to be too rude here, but stupid games where you just work, in my opinion at least, stupid games where you work your way through the different, sections or whatever, and they're not that fun. They're kind of repetitive and boring. And this kind of makes it seem that way, but what these do is they actually increase the amount of mana you get. So I actually have a couple of minions here. For instance, the Knight gives times 1.11 mana, the Bull gives times 1.21, and the Dragon gives times 1.45. The more you use them, so like if I were to equip the Dragon here and then my Rock Golem, essentially whenever you're just, out here kicking these small midget people and destroying houses and ruining people's lives, your minions get leveled up some, so very nice. And whenever they level up, the mana multiplier increases too. Yeah, so each level, from what I've seen, have this, so you have this giant village. I'll show you in the next level that I have unlocked too, and then you have, this giant castle in here, and this is like the main like boss, and then you have all these different guards that can attack too, so don't think that you're just free to walk around and attack whatever. There are enemies that attack back. Alright, over here, from the castle, you walk over here in this map, and it appears to be a boss. I hadn't noticed this while I was playing, but it appears to be some sort of boss figure. I don't know what this guy over here is doing. Alright, make quick work of him. Yeah, I'm guessing that's the boss for this one, then. I didn't know that actually existed. I thought that the boss was up there, so I mentioned that was like the boss, my bad. Now on to the next world. So the other world I have unlocked is Ancient Greece. I don't have this one unlocked yet. I could get it if I want to, but I want to stick with Ancient Greece here for a bit. Level my stuff up a bit more. So Ancient Greece looks like this. It is the castle on top. There's the villages down below. You can wreak havoc. And while you watch me wreak havoc, I would like to give a suggestion to new players. So whenever casting these different moves, there are different types of cooldowns, and there are different cooldowns overall. So like how this one has like a circular cooldown, and this one has like a bar that increases while you are holding out your lightning power. A lot of these different moves take a lot of time to regenerate. And I would recommend actually just sticking with the fireball for a bit and upgrading the fireball a lot. It casts really quickly, so if you can get it powerful enough, you can start just decimating locations and earning a ton of mana, which you can then use to reinvest into minions and make more mana. So now there's a boss over here too. I haven't done this one yet because, like I said, I didn't actually notice that those exist. I don't know how I glossed over that, but they exist. You can see I'm electrocute him, and he did quite a bit of damage. This guy over here is just running around for some reason. And he is dead. I don't know if they're supposed to give special abilities or what's up with that. I'm not entirely sure how that aspect of the game works with these little bosses. I'm guessing it's just for mana. A suggestion that I would like to give to the developers of this game, which they are from the group Simple Games Incorporated, Robro786, Koala_T, Scholarly Fox, IO Goodness, Code Winder, and Coffee Nerds, along with the CEO being Undone Builder, is that they add a PvP mode. Because PvE will get old eventually. Even though it's fun, it will. And people will want to use their moves against other people, not just NPCs. It would make the game a lot more interesting. It'd be something for the late game players, essentially. Because, well, let's face it, chances are is that if any early game players go into PvP, and of course it's sectioned out in like different powers, you know, like power rankings, then they will get decimated. So it could, depending on how you implement it, if you implement it, it could either be a late game thing to reward late game players for sticking around, or it could be an all player thing. But either way, it would add more to do with your powers than just cast it at enemies, at NPC enemies. Now over here, you have your reputation. So whenever you cast these evil powers and destroy stuff and kill people, you get negative reputation. As you can see, I've easily maxed mine out. You start out with a negative reputation power, an evil power. Once you earn enough mana, you can buy good powers, though, that help restore buildings and stuff. And actually, another suggestion for the developers involving PvP is maybe even have PvP possibly just be in the free roam. Because you have these players that are healing buildings and protecting them with their powers, and then these other players that are trying to destroy them. It creates an interesting power dynamic where you have good players versus bad players, and that would be a perfect situation to implement PvP in. The different worlds, sorry for not mentioning this earlier, it completely slipped my mind. The different worlds here are Peaceful Kingdom, Ancient Greece, Kingdom of Egypt, Viking Conquests, Aztec Empire, Feudal Japan, Lost Atlantis, Indian Raj, and the Underworld. Alright, that's it for this game. Like I said, it's a really fun time killer. It might get old eventually. I haven't played enough for it to get old to me yet. There is quite a bit to do. There's a lot of powers. There's a lot of time that can be spent on this game. There are some improvements that can be made with the additions, such as PvP. However, the developers have spent quite a bit of time in this game, I'm sure, as it is pretty well polished. And yeah, let's move on to the next game. The next game on my list that I feel is underrated is called BloxTube. In this game, you essentially imitate the life of a YouTuber. So essentially, you start with no subscribers or anything. You start in a small little shack, and you have this crappy computer, these crappy items, and you build your way up. You gain more subscribers, you get more ad revenue, you get better computers to make higher quality videos. You can get different like cooking stations so we can make better cooking videos. You get overall better items, and you basically just work your way up and become the biggest YouTuber that there is. Currently, as you can see, I have played quite a bit of this myself. I have 8.34 million plus subscribers, along with $884,184.72. There is quite a bit of furniture in this game. However, I do think that they could add quite a bit more furniture to help fill up these empty spaces. Currently, the only two types of video making on this game are gaming and cooking, so I do think they can improve on that. That's it for the summary of the game. Go to this time displayed on screen to see the summary of the last game on this list. Alright, now for the more in-depth review. So you start at the game and you're opened up to a menu, and it asks you to start a new game, and you start it. And you start out in a little shack with a crappy computer, along with just a bunch of other items like that. As you can see, this person has some items still. You start out with a crappy computer. I do not remember if this is start computer or not. You can unlock items such as video recorders along with microphones to make your quality of content better. And yeah, so essentially you make videos and you have different skills that you can get increased by making videos. So as you can see, I have 32 in actual filming. I have 25 in editing, 7 in gaming, and 6 in cooking. These two are super low because I got a lot of my channel growth in game actually before these were implemented, if I remember right. So, as you can see, you can track your channel stats, so you have subscribers, total views, and most likes. Here in the room, you'll see that I have 1K, 10K, 100K, 1 million, 10 million, 100 million, and 1 billion plaques. I have this high even though I only have 8.34 million subscribers because this game, not too long ago, actually balanced out the subscribers. It used to be to where you can get an absurd amount of subscribers in this game, and it was just an unrealistic amount. So he balanced it, the creator balanced it, and also balanced your subscribers with that change. So I had like 3 billion subscribers before that update, and it got balanced down to 8.34 million. I have the alpha plaque because I'm an alpha player, and this is what happens whenever you sit in the chair to go and record a video. So you sit, and you get prompted to use computer. Click on it, and it loads up your computer. The row 4 stop I'm using is from a Game Pass. You unlock the Game Pass that you can buy these premium, like, row force items. Row force 4.0, I should be more specific. There are another type of row force, if I remember right, in this game that you can get without spending Robux. So, as you can see, with gaming, you have make a video. Now, you have a bunch of different games that you can choose from. This one's always trending for some reason. And basically, you click on the game, and you title it. So, I will title this one Review, since I'm making a review video on this game. Make sure your face cam is on if you have one. Make sure your voiceover is on if you have one. It significantly improves the quality. So you hit record, and you get prompts, like main menu. So I will make happy comment. You are breaking out of jail. Happy comment. You run in circles around a cop until he falls over. Well, that would make me laugh, so I'd choose make a joke. You successfully rob a bank. That would be a happy comment. Robert is just about to escape from a bank heist, but you arrest him. Happy comment. A criminal escapes from the bank, but forgets the money. Well, I would make a joke. That would be funny. You escape prison, but then get arrested. I would say that would be a sad or angry, but I would probably be sad in this situation, so I will choose sad. A criminal knocks you out. Sad. You chase a robber for 5 minutes, but then he quits the game. That would be a waste of my time, and that would make me angry, so I'm going to choose angry. You're named Cop of the Day. That would make me happy, so I'll choose happy. Get arrested before you can sort all your cash. That would make me angry because that means it wasted some of my time on cash, on stealing cash, so that would I would choose angry comment. You level up. That would make me happy. You become a cop, but then get captured by a criminal. That would make me sad. I've always thought that one would be make a joke because you would think that would be the cop capturing the criminal, not the other way around. But if you think about it more, it probably would be sad or angry comment. So then you click upload video, and it uploads, and it takes a bit of time. So I will be back whenever it is finished uploading. So as you can see, the video just got done uploading, and the views and sub gains are increasing. Now, these videos have the possibility of going viral and super viral. And You can tell that whenever your views are significantly increased from what you normally get. It will slap a tag on there that either says viral or super viral. Cash gained, $4,933.85. I have the more ads game pass, so I get the more ads view boost. Finish video. And quite a lot of dislikes, huh? In this top 100 section, you can see the top 100 YouTubers in game. So it starts all the way down here at 100 and works its way up. I myself am on this list. I am right here at 49th place. The top person currently is Wrath Unbound. Look over here at the left screen. We have the option to buy games. There we go. As you can see, I own them all. These are all the games currently in the game. Over here, there's nothing on the screen. To shut off the computer, go back to the middle screen, click the little icon down here, the little gear icon, and click log. Next is for the cooking videos. So, as you can see, there's a cooking station. You interact with it, and you can record a cooking video. You choose which PC you use to upload it, and you choose a meal. So for this one, we're going to choose the full English breakfast. You start by cracking eggs. In this specific meal, different meals have different recipes, so it's not completely repetitive. So as it states, move your mouse up and down to stir the food. You can also move it in circles. It does the same thing. You can move it left and right. It does the same thing. It can't track which motion you're making. You can go diagonally. However, it does seem to work a bit better if you do properly go up and down. Now you're going to want to mix it in circles. You want to keep the bar in the green, as in the greenest portion of the green that you can get it to cook the quickest and the best. Now you need to upload the video. So I will name this review or food upload video. A reason why I might not be getting that good of views is actually because you also have stats, hunger and energy, and these play an important role. Because if these are low, then your videos will not perform nearly as well. So you're going to want to make sure that you eat food to increase your hunger, and you're going to want to make sure that you sleep, so that way your energy is up. As you can see, while I'm sleeping, this video has been published. Sub gain is increasing, ad revenue, views, finish video. Now, for the other menus down here, you have the game passes, you have premium, more ads, and instant uploads. I own this one and this one. So, I'm going to do a review of the game passes real quick. I would say that the premium channel game pass probably is worth 500 Robux. It currently is 600 Robux. I would say it's worth 500. It gives you exclusive premium chat tag, access to exclusive RoForce technology, and a 20% discount on all technology and furniture purchases, which is pretty nice, but 600 is pretty high up there for a game that is a bit lacking in content. Speaking of which, by the way, this game is not that heavily developed. I believe the developer has been working on other projects too, so he has not had that much time to give to this game. So do keep that in mind whenever making Robux purchases. Just keep in mind that updates may not roll out nearly as quickly as you may want them. And yeah. So the next game pass that there is the more video ads. This one is 250 Robux. It states, allows you to have more advertisements in your videos, which increases your cash gain per video by a significant amount. Effectively doubles your cash you earn per video. For the 250 Robux price, this game pass is worth it. 100%. You make a lot more money. It's a cheap game pass. Overall, it's just nice. Finally, we have the Instant Uploads Game Pass. It states on the Game Pass, insane internet uploads. Purchasing this Game Pass allows you to upload a video to Bloxtube instantaneously, allowing you to gain views, subscribers, and cash faster than ever before. In brackets, it states, is so expensive as I don't want many people to have this Game Pass. It is quite overpowered and allows the buyer to race up the subscriber leaderboard. I don't have this game pass myself, but I would say that this is not worth the Robux. It's 1,500 Robux. There are much better ways to spend your time. You don't need instant uploads. What you can do is record a video, sleep, eat, and hopefully by that time, the video is finished and you can work on cooking. As you saw, you can also have what appears to be, I haven't done this myself, but what appears to be multiple computers in your household. That way you can record and publish on different computers. So if you really want to, Instead of getting this Game Pass and wasting 1,500 Robux, which equates to just under $20, then I recommend just doing that. So that's all the Game Passes. Now for the next tab, Taxi. So as you can see, there are different locations around the map. There's the car dealership, city park, observatory, housing store, tech store, furniture store, forest, my house, and the mountain. For the purposes of this video, I'm only going to show you the locations where you can buy stuff such as furniture and technology. So the furniture store is over here. So as you can see, it looks kind of barren, but whenever you go into the menu, there are different types of desks, seats, lots of beds, and storage. There are different appliances for your bathroom and different appliances for your kitchen and furniture. At the next location, we have the tech store. At the tech store, as you can see, there are a lot of different technologies here. So whenever you go to interact with this NPC, you have different types of PC towers. So I have the Rowforce 4.0. I believe that the 2.0, I don't think you need the Game Pass for it. I think you only need the Game Pass for the 4.0. Don't quote me on that, though. You have different monitors. You have different cameras. And you have different microphones. Basically, the more expensive, the better. The further down the list, the better. They are organized worst to best. Next up is the housing store. The housing store is where you can buy different houses. So you walk in, you see nothing. They can't display houses in this small store because a whole house would not fit in here. But you talk to the NPC, and as you can see, there are 3 different types of houses. You have the small wooden lodge for 12,000. That's your starter home. The brick bungalow for 80,000, and the small bungalow for 100,000, or at least that's how much you can sell a house for. I don't know how much it goes for buying it, as I've owned it for so long that I don't remember the prices. Last but not least, we have the car dealership. So at the car dealership, you have different types of cars. Not all of these are drivable. Only like 4 of them, I believe. Yeah, I know that one's not drivable. We'll just check here. So you have that car that you can drive, which is the Duo ITB. Sorry, no. This is the So you have this car that you can drive, which is the Haplin Inspire. You have this car that you can drive, which is the Duo ITB, and you have this car, which is the Aruka LXS. This is the car that I own. It is $100,000. The Duo ITB is $22,000, and the Haplin Inspire is $1,200. Max speed and horsepower are different amongst these, along with the fact that you can change the colors. This car in this window is not buyable, along with this car in this window not being buyable. So this tab that I showed you earlier is your stats. You can see your channel name, subscribers, total views, and most likes, along with your level. We need to head back to my house now for the last tab. The last tab is your building tab. So you go in here, and you have different computers. As you can see, I actually do have this computer, or multiple computers. Not going to test out the multiple computers theory on this for right now, for this video. Maybe for a later video if I make another video on this game. But as you can see, you have inventory, tech, and furniture. You have monitors, and you have cameras for the tech side. I didn't know this until very recently, so building was incredibly difficult for me. But you use Q and E in order to rotate your camera. And it makes life so much easier. You also have the ability to show roof and show wall, so you can enable and disable that. So if I go to place time, as you can see, there is a grid for it. There is no like free place mode. As you can see, it's snapped to a grid, so moves a select amount every time I move my mouse. Alright, that is it for this game. Onto the summary for the final game on this list. So this game is called Base Raiders. The creator of Base Productions is 89.5. So whenever you get in game, you have the ability to edit, and this allows you to edit your base. You have different pages of items that you can buy and unlock through crates. You have base protection, and basically the purpose of this game is you shoot, you kill, you defend. You defend your vaults, you defend your main little treasury over here, and you attack and raid other people's. Overall, it's a very fun game. I do recommend it. I've had a ton of fun in this game myself. As you can see, I've spent quite a bit of time in this game. And yes, that is it for all of the summaries for the game. Now to the in-depth portion. So, whenever you spawn in, you have the ability to choose what type of base you want. It gives you several starter bases. choose your base. From there, what I do recommend is you start out with 50 or so thousand starter cash. I recommend you immediately buy the AK. It looks like an AK-47. It's called the assault rifle. I recommend you buy it. So from there, what you do is I recommend sitting in your base and just killing people. Killing people gives $1,000 per, so you can easily make your money. Once you get enough money, I recommend making a small but better base than your starter base, and then having something in the sky that cannot be reached from the ground. It has no connections at all to the rest of the base. And in there, you put your vaults. These are going to be your main money makers. This is how I made 180,000 from different vaults. If you have a ton of vaults in your base, you make a lot of money. They fill up over time, and after a certain amount of time, these vaults can make up to 2,000. They can hold 2,000 before you have to empty them and retrieve the cash. These vaults, along with this treasury, they are rateable. This treasury, I believe this is the amount that's in here is based, I believe, off of your base value. So my base value is 3.37 million. And currently there's 4,710 in there. I believe this is based off of your base value, not based off of your current amount of base cash. So as you can see, you have base bucks. So as you can see, you have base bucks and base cash. Base bucks is the premium currency. It can be earned through kill streaks or bot, or earned through crates. You also have base cash. This is whenever you kill people, you make money. This is what you spend most of your money on. You also have crates, which you can buy or open. And you have different levels, which you can level up. I haven't done that yet. I haven't really had a need to, but you should once you have a decent base going, because you can unlock better guns, and that will help you out immensely. You also have the weapons tab, where you have a bunch of different weapons. As you can see, crate only, or, locked. And this is the best weapon you can get that's locked behind the rank. The level. This is the best weapon that you can get that's locked behind the level. It is really good. Not as good as this, though, I would have to say. This is crate only. You have different melee weapons. You have this. I highly recommend dynamite. It is immensely useful in raiding other people's bases. And then you have skins for your guns. As you can see, I disabled protection here, which with protection enabled, no one can attack your base and destroy parts of it. With it disabled, they can. I have these different skins equipped for my items. Now, whenever parts of your base get destroyed, over time they will regenerate. No need to buy new parts. That was a big fear of mine, but that is not a thing in the game. So luckily, things regenerate. Oh, as you can see, someone's being shot over here. Don't know why. So as you can see, this is my base currently. My main pet peeve with this game is that there's a max base size. At least add the ability to increase this somehow. Please. I have a game pass that expands my plot. I don't know if that increased the amount of base size I can have or not, but it needs to be increased more. I was so close to finishing my base. I tried to do every step I could to minimize how much base size I was using, and ended up not working in the end. You see, I've enabled base protection. That way they cannot raid me. That is a strategy, by the way. You can enable base protection right after you kill the raiders. That way you can let your stuff regenerate. They cannot raid your base while you're regenerating. It won't let them access the vault. It won't let them take from the vault. That's basically it for the game. You raid, you kill, and yeah, it's a good lot of fun. I recommend spending a lot of time in this game. I've gotten a lot of enjoyment out of it. The only reason I haven't played it much is because I just can't finish my base. I am stuck at this base size thing, and it ruined the perfect base, honestly. That's my one thing. I wish that there was some way, whether through Robux or in-game cash or something, you could increase your base size. Maybe spend 100 base bucks to increase your base size by 1,000, or maybe only like 500 or 100, something like that. That is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you all for your support. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment. I will see you all in the next video.